So what is going to happen now? And how do you see this scheme in its purpose? And how do you see in the consequence of what will happen when it gets implemented?
Kartike, I don't know how to react it. If village is unrecognized, then you cannot give any benefit. It's by law. A village, there is a process for recognizing a village. You have to conduct a survey. That means the government tools, apparatus, they have to conduct a survey. They have to submit the report based on the population as well as area demarcated by the survey team. Then it should be proposed to various the cabinets, and it has the state apparatus has to approve. Thereafter, villages are recognized, and even in you can see even in Delhi NCR area or wherever it is, even many colonies come up. Unless it is recognized, you can't have any facilities. Even the electricity you cannot avail. But by seeing this news, it thinks that people belonging to unrecognized village, they have been availing these facilities. It's a misappropriation of fund, I would say. I don't know why the government of Manipur is saying it. If it is unrecognized, it is understood that they are not entitled to have anything. If they are getting those funds, then it is a misappropriation of the government fund. I would like to view like this. And also, if you see the Manipur government website, the Rural Development Department, you will see the number of job cards issued in Tengnoupal, Tamelong, Kangpokpi, Ferzwal, Churchanpur, and Chandel, which is maximum number of villages come up since 1969 to of late 2021 as per the government order or the government issued notification. So these are the maximum number of villages which has come up, and though they are saying in one hand it is unrecognized villages, however they have issued so many job cards. I'll just take an example, not taking much time of the other panelists. In the Tengnoupal district in 2022 and 23, they have issued 15,620 job cards. And in Churchanpur, they have issued in the same year 55,227. If the village is unrecognized, why they are issuing it? It is a misappropriation public fund. The budget, you have to project in the budget. How many people are there? What are the facilities, infrastructure you want to develop? Then only government allows the fund.
But you know, but it is,
if you are using it is a misappropriation.
Listen to me. Mr. Sharma, I think it's an important step the government has taken. At least it will work as a deterrence. कि कोई भी आके
there is no requirement for announcement. I do agree with Kartike. There is no need for announcement.
नहीं, I'm not. Let me complete. कम से कम deterrence है ना कि कोई भी आके आराम से बैठ के सरकार का पैसा नहीं ले सकता ना. At least the proliferation of the villages, which it is being suspected a lot of outsiders are there, will come to an end. Look at the objective.
I do agree with you. Nothing has happened so far, but at least some step has been taken. It is appreciated. However, the government officials who are responsible in giving these funds to these unrecognized villages, they must be booked under relevant charges under the law. Why they are misappropriating and wasting these government funds, taxpayers' funds? So this is an important point from my view. Kartike.
Okay, I kind of agree with Group Captain B. Nandakumar Sharma, because I believe that, I heard him saying that, that if he is a citizen, you may change the place, but if you have a proof of citizenship, then there can be no discrimination as far as any of the government scheme is concerned. But if you aren't a citizen and if you're not able to prove your citizenship, or you're living in a village which is not recognized, a village not recognized in the sense that you're an illegal immigrant and you don't have papers or proof of residentship or citizenship, then I honestly don't see, how do you get the benefit from most of the government schemes which is being said. I agree that this is something which is being said is something which does not need to be said. And if there is, jobs and all are given to people who are illegal immigrants or people who are not part of the villages, I know it's very porous. The situation there is completely different from rest of the country. But if it is there, the law of the land clearly says for this of what has been passed by the.
इसका एक मतलब है, if I have to use the deductive logic, Brijesh, it means that before the passage of this law, the money was getting pilfered. The money was going to the people who didn't deserve it. So why do you have a law? Law will empower the agency not to give that money. It means that must have been happening.
Again, I agree with Group Captain B. Nandakumar Sharma that an audit needs to be taken place, that how come this was being done. And it'll be, as Mr. Chakma was saying that, this is inconstitutional, it has to be challenged in law. It'll be, very fascinating to see what the Manipur High Court says about this. But I think that that if the state is forced to pass an order to implement this means and there was pilferage of money, or rather people getting job cards and all without them being the citizen of the country, then it'll be very interesting to see how it was done. I think a proper audit needs to be taken place for you to see how this money got changed, and more importantly how those people got those job cards. I understand that that there is a shared history. Then also there's a fact that not all illegal immigrants should be viewed as a pariah and threat. But given the kind of time we are living in, it's a completely different situation.
I have a technical question. For Mr. Sharma. Mr. Sharma, one is there are two things here. There is one, proliferation of villages, and another is proliferation of fake identities. Like in Delhi, a lot of Rohingyas are there who were caught. They had Aadhaar cards. A lot of Bengalis from West Bengal had come. Immigrants, not West Bengal, I'm sorry, Bangladesh had come. And they had made the fake Aadhaar cards. So that is one. How do you identify fake IDs? That is one issue. You can have a recognized village, but still have a fake ID. But this is more so about us. Because these are government schemes directly pouring into certain larger developmental projects. How do you reconcile customary practices with what is happening now? Because on any given day, this is not going to stop. And as per the law, if I am not wrong, they need to get it registered at the DM's office or district collector's office.
Kartik, a very valid question. It is not very easy to identify.
I'm just trying to understand. So when you say I'm establishing a new village, how do you do the audit? Who does that audit?
Kartik, what is the let-down regulations in Manipur? I don't know. I was searching out the website. I could not find it other than few data. But there must be a let-down processor. It may vary from states to states. There has to be a minimum criteria of number of villagers and number of houses, and also identification of the villagers, as you said correctly. And identification of villager is not very difficult. NRC is one the solution. And also, if the fake ID Aadhaar cards haven't prepared, it is easy to identify. You would have seen in West Bengal, in the constituencies bordering to the Bangladesh, they have been identified what type of fake Aadhaar cards have been prepared, and many voter lists have been cancelled based on the Aadhaar card. That exercise can be taken up, so not be a problem. If the political will is there, it can be executed. Why government is announcing in this crucial juncture when two communities are having a lot of problems? If some illegal things are there, they can do the process of, say, denying the facilities, if at all they have done by mistake in earlier. This is my point. And also, there is no complexity in this issue. As Mrs. Sharma and Mr. Thoming has pointed out, you would be seeing many times in the news, in Delhi NCR, many local unrecognized colonies are not given power supply as well as water supplies, though they are the citizen of India. So there is a process to be followed by the concerned state. So this process are to be followed. So similarly, Manipur government, they also must be following a process. If the process is not followed, it is unrecognized, and the action must be taken. Those who are responsible for not taking such
so let me ask this question to you. Mr. Sharma, let me ask this question to you. Can you take our viewers what these unrecognized villages were leading to? इनके unrecognized villages के proliferation से the villages were coming up. इससे हो क्या रहा था? सवाल ये है. I want you to address that issue. हो क्या रहा था?
See, the number of villages which basically at 4 places districts, as we have discussed, the population density is much higher, and there is a sense of demographic change. And this will amount to this thing in delimitation process, which is likely to happen in 27 or 26. So this is going to be a political game changer for Indian, especially in the Northeast area. If there is a delimitation, number of assemblies will come up and it will be highly influenced by those illegal immigrants, if I may so call, as of now. So these are influenced by the external agencies, which they do not have much of interest about our national integrity as well as national security. So it will be a danger for the India as a whole. So the Northeast, as such, you know the sensitivity of Northeast. If the Manipur is destabilized, depending upon these illegal immigrants and disturbing the political situation of Manipur, it will be a national security overall. This is what I would like to keep Kartik.
Okay. Why any audit becomes a casualty of a right-based politics?
Kartik, I am not expert to comment on this issue, but however, in my perception,
it's a political question. It's not a legal. It's a political question. It's a narrative question.
Yeah, it is always the minorities have been protected, and a lot of activists favoring the minorities, and that's why it has been always against the government sort of thing. So I do not know much of it. However, I would like to add a few more points. Mr. Swaz said there is no law for recognizing village in Manipur. I don't think so. Some of the politicians may not know it, but the IS officers, the bureaucrats, they are well read, and they go throughout India on transfer basis. So they must be ensuring that proper law exists and recognition villages are done. So I don't think there is no law for recognizing villages, though I don't know, and many people may not know. Mr. Homing said this announcement is targeted only to the Kuki community. I have not heard mentioning any Kuki Jo community or Kuki community. It just says that unrecognized villagers will not get the facilities, government facilities. So it is for all. It will include all the communities, Maitai, the Kukis, and the Danagas. It will be wrong to see only the Kuki Jo communities. If the illegal villagers are of any other community, Naga or Maitais, they also will not get it. However, I do agree with Mr. Suhas that the basic facilities like Manarega, for those legal citizens of India, it will be incorrect, and also by legal bindings of India, it will not be able to stop. However, the basic infrastructures like these facilities, definitely government can stop it, because they would not be catering in their budgeting since it is not recognized. And also, even if it is projected to the government of India, definitely government of India will ask for the breakdown of the recognized villages. If not recognized, I don't think the government of India is going to allocate any budget in such thing. So with this Kartikeya, I would like to conclude that there is no specific community mentioned in this announcement. It is for all the people, all the communities of the Manipur to deny such facilities for illegal villages.
And if Mr. Sharma says that it is not against any community, again, there would be an idea of statecraft which would be read into it. And I'm also hoping that such type of discrimination and inhuman treatment is not meted out to anyone who happens to be a citizen of India. And plus, the gloomy Manipur state situation actually has brought in many positives also, if you romanticize positivism in some way, because somehow, for example, Mr. Chagma said there might not be any rule, but maybe there's a possibility of a rule, because there is a due process of recognition of villages also in the villages, hill areas in Manipur. So you have the village authority, then you have your DCSDO and all that. And finally, it will be submitted to the state cabinet also. And accordingly, funds are allocated.